great skibbity, look at that, yeah!
Why does he do this?
The baby's been watching those Sigma tutorials.
He loves his little crocodile. So he's been getting bit by stuff.
He just likes to be thrown. My dog, Boo-Boo.
Oh my goodness.
That is epic.
He'll put his mouth on this guy's mouth.
This boy just never stops.
All right, everybody, I covered this up so this little guy can't escape now. But he has two little hides and a little enrichment station here. And these guys haven't figured out how to escape yet, but they also have a little hide in their enrichment station. And I think they're gonna be very happy in here with that.
Look who's being active and walking around all on his own now. Yesterday, he couldn't even do this, and he's not shaking anymore when he walks. That is epic. Oh, that's even more epic. Don't mind if I do. And we don't have to latrine him. Perfect. You know, go ahead and pee on the laptop too while you're at it, buddy. I don't care. This is my life's dream.
Oh, look at him sticking his little head through that hole. Oh my goodness. Look how precious. Oh, he pushed him off. Check this out, you guys. What's happening here is he'll put his mouth on this guy's mouth because that's how prairie dogs do their greeting. It's also how they can tell if something's a friend or a foe, or which prairie dog town or family that they're from. The issue is the groundhog does not understand this. Thankfully, instead of being an angry boy at that, he just kind of ignores it. Oh, he's biting me. Look at these precious baby boys. Ow.
And yes, I'm still feeding this annoying cringe boy. And although this is the 5th blue jay we've done this year, this is the first blue jay that I've ever done all by myself. And his name will be Mordecai. And I'm really glad we put all this sand in here because the cappies and the roos love it on these warm days. Even though it's just in May, it already says feels like 104 on these high humidity days. Look at this precious little baby. And there's nothing cooler to me than hearing this red-tailed hawk screaming over here. And because we spent so much time with her, this little girl is a lot less skittish than the boy. People call me on the rehab phone and talk for like 20 minutes, you guys.
Brought her to somebody.
Yeah, okay, sounds great. If you could go ahead, Britt.
This little guy still eats the same thing he's been eating. Look at that precious little creature. Oh my goodness.
And this little guy is smart. He has learned to get in front of the other guy so that he doesn't get as much food. Now I have to reach down in here and grab that thing that I dropped. Get out of here, bro.
But look how beautiful these little creatures are.
This little baby red-shouldered hawk that we rescued is now about ready to be released. He is now exclusively eating birds that have passed away on the rescue. Anytime birds come in that don't make it, we just give them to these guys. And a lot of what they're gonna hunt in the wild is gonna be bird. But pretty soon I'm gonna need to at least put a pigeon or something in here because ethically, as a rehabber, we need to make sure that these guys can hunt on their own before we release them to the wild. But all right, everybody, I just put 2 deceased starlings up here for this red-tailed hawk. You guys can see the difference between a red-shoulder hawk and a red-tailed hawk. This one is a juvenile. They both are. And you can see that this one's significantly bigger, and he's been eyeing up garbanzo beans. Thankfully, he can't get over there to him. Garbanzo beans would be a nice little snack for this guy eventually.
And I'm still feeding this cringe little creature. Just little creature.
Garbanzo beans will come right up to me so I can throw him into this little pool. But half the time, he doesn't even go in it, which is epic, but he still comes right back up here. Come on, buddy. Doesn't make a lot of sense. He just likes to be thrown, I think. Cringe. There's a chance he could be saying, Papa, you didn't throw me far enough or high enough. But if I'm right here, he'll go right in the pool. Oh, but then he'll just jump right out. I think where he wants to go is the pond, but I can't throw him that high. See, he still just lands right there. And I have to feed this stinky little boy in a minute. I'm probably gonna have to go to HEB. Oh no, he's getting attacked by a mosquito, no. We got a lot of mosquitoes coming in here now. This place still is a crack home. He is still a healthy little boy. His tummy feels just fine.
But these are my precious little boys, and they've already destroyed this mat again.
Check this out, you guys. For the first time, my babies have just been sitting here. I know they like to walk around and explore more often, but now I've been seeing them going in here to hunt, and I know they've been chasing after frogs and mice because I saw this guy under that ramp there with a frog and a big mouse. These guys are learning to hunt on their own in here. This is the perfect setup for them for now. And whatever gets in here is essentially stuck in here with them. And when the time comes to actually train these guys how to hunt and kill, put some rats, fish, or frogs, or other little things like that for them to hunt. Look at how this boy just never stopped. Oh, this boy just attacked my phone. Look at that. So these guys are already flying just fine. And just for old time's sake, I'll give this guy a little bit of chicken. Okay, buddy, do you want some chicken? Here, take this. Yeah, see, he's just holding on to that for later. He just tries to eat that starling whole. You know, that's probably too much food for you, buddy. You're a little too small to be eating that starling whole, buddy. Not to mention I have all of this corn here as bait for squirrels and rats and other little things for these guys to hunt. I think these guys are gonna do just fine in here, all things considered. I just switched out all the towels in Beaverton's enclosure. And now I will be putting this big fat chubby boy into the pond for his regular bath. I do this 3 times a day on top of all my other chores. To bath nice and warm so that he can be stimulated to poo. This is also where he gets a lot of his drinking in, as you can see. I picked all these willow branches and some nice cattails from a storm drain down the road. Okay, buddy, I got it. Calm down, buddy, I got your food. But as you guys can see now, he has all of these willow branches and cattails, which they love to munch on, plus his regular food, plus he already had a whole bottle just a few hours ago. But the goal is to get this guy completely weaned here. And now that he's got all of this food and his own little adorable pool, this fella will be okay in here for at least another 4 days before I have to clean it. Next, I give the coyote the amoxicillin, 0.2 cc's. I got this high-calorie nutritional gel. I just put a little tiny dab in there. But all right, everybody, like I said, I like to give Bevo options, so I give him some oatmeal, a bit of the Beaver formula, and some banana slices with these little puff balls. And that's the best thing you can give a growing baby boy. Oh, but look at him fighting his little stuffed animal. And they love stuffed animals because it's contact comfort. But look at him playing around with this little thing. He loves his little crocodile buddy. But this is everything he needs to be a healthy, growing baby boy. Okay, so this little guy found out how to climb out of his cradle. And he pooped on the bed. Good morning, everybody. I have Beaver here. Looks like he's been eating a lot of this stuff. That's good. When I put him in his bath in the morning, he'll immediately poop, as you can see.
But good morning, everybody. This is my dog, Boo Boo. This is a little puppy that somebody found on the road that was emaciated and starving, covered in botfly larvae. But as you can see, his little hip bones are still showing, but at least he's friendly enough to let me touch him. Boop, boop. He is now much less cringe than he used to be, but he did jump out of his cradle last night and pee everywhere, but you can still see his hip bones. I am slowly gaining his weight back. So if I just let him eat as much as he wants, he will eat himself to death. And because this is the first puppy that I've had since Queen, we definitely don't want that. But it's good for him to be able to run around. Even emaciated dogs need exercise. It's very important for their growth. Even if it seems counterproductive because they're burning calories, it's really important for him to be able to move around.
But I'm giving him 5% of his body weight in 4 feedings every day. And I'm putting him on it real slowly. So far, he has not been interested in any of the solids.
But look, guys, it's just a little puppy. And he growls at me when I get close to him when he's eating. I love him.
He's finally starting to eat that solid food now, which is great. Feeling his tummy right now to make sure he's not getting too chubby. Oh, look at him bite me too. Watch this, you guys. Watch. Ow, ow, ow. Hey, I'm gonna bite you like that if you don't like this video.
Somebody wants all of his food to himself. Oh, he's so Tibby. This is my dog, Boo Boo. Oh.
He is very much a wild animal, even though he's adorable. All right, everybody. I just gave him his first amoxicillin shot of the day. He's doing so much better than when he first came in. I was looking for my blue jay because I couldn't find him. Look at this little guy. What are you doing down here, Mordecai? Precious little fella. And Boo Boo's eating the kangaroo food for today. Little bro is just always yapping. Precious little creature. And he's big enough now to where I can feed him these crickets and it doesn't kill him. And those usually shut him up pretty quick. Oh my goodness. And this is my dog, Boo Boo. Just kidding, guys. This isn't even Boo Boo. I have a woman who's helping me bottle feed our fawns because I do not have it in me to do all of them. And this is another one that just came in last night. But he's very healthy now, and Sky gave him a nice little bottle and latrined him this morning. And he hasn't figured out how to get out of this little tub yet. All right, everybody. As you can see, this Beaver is now using the Pody system, which is so much better than having to train this guy how to eat solid foods. He's officially feeding himself the bottle with this straw and eating himself and pooping himself without any help from me at all. But look at this, you guys. He doesn't even need to be bottle fed anymore. At least I don't have to hold it anymore. It takes a lot of time off my plate that I have to spend sitting with him. Not to mention it does a good job of keeping him from bonding with me even more than he already has. And he gets real angry and nips at me whenever I try to pet him when he's eating. Chubby boy, and I'm only giving him 2.5 tablespoons per feeding because again, we don't want him to suffer from refeeding syndrome. And this cringe creature is still getting 5 feedings a day, and her next one will be in 2 hours. This is not my dog, Boo Boo. All right, everybody, we're over here in Lorena, somebody had a baby skunk where they shot the mom and then they found this. So there's no chance of reuniting him back to mom. We're gonna go ahead and take him home, get him some Pedialyte, and see if we can get him on the skunk formula that we have.
But all right, everybody, here he is, a tiny little skunkerton. Eyes aren't even close to being open yet. Neither are the ears, it looks like. This poor little guy looks like he's been getting bit by stuff too. And he's too young almost to even have any fleas. Thankfully, we have enough skunk milk replacer to last this guy the rest of his life and 50 other lives.
This man just like Biggerton, but way, way bigger. Look at it. Oh, why does he do this? That's so cute.
This is what I love about rodents. They all, for the most part, love physical touch. You can win them over for the most part just by squishing their face.
Look, he's in the hat.
Big Ounce the second.
And these two are friends. Look at that. Biggerton will give him an open mouth kiss, even though he doesn't really communicate that way.
And this is my dog, Boo Boo. And Garbanzo Beans loves his little pool.
Look how neat this is. If you put water on the back of a duck, it just slides right off.
Come on, Garbanzo Beans, let's go. And the pond is still flooded, but all the tilapia are now visible again. But I'm gonna have to grab that log and drag it over to here. I might just do that right now. But all right, everybody, Garbanzo Beans is still just trying to attack each foot. Every time I take a step, he has to attack. But I've got all this cappy poo sitting in here, and there's a dead fish. I'm gonna go ahead and take this and drag it back to here because it's keeping the flow of all the poo into the wetland filter. Okay, I went ahead and moved that back. This is what the baby does when he's bored. He just kind of lets it all hang out and attacks the hammock for some reason. The baby's been watching those Sigma tutorials on YouTube.
Get back!
Get back! Pabo moment. And these cringe Rhea have been dipping their wings in this thing because it's so muddy. And they can't keep themselves from walking in the mud, so they end up just drooping and getting covered with mud. It makes it look like their wings are broken when they're not. But we're moving these guys into this area again so they don't get covered in mud anymore.
Great skibbity, look at that yacht!